Hi, hello, welcome to the fourth part of the Quran series. In this part, I will keep mentioning the verse 34, starting from 34. And when we say to angels, fall prostrate before Adam, they fell prostrate except Satan. He refused, was too arrogant, and a disbeliever. And being arrogant is also a characteristic of unbelievers, and they believe that they deserve more. They're hedonistic, and it is the definition of Satan is similar in all religions actually. And and then they will dupe them, and then they go down as enemies of another. On earth shall be your habitation and provision for a while. It's interesting that go down as enemies of another. I don't know what actually it means. I'm not expert in Arabic, so but might be about the competition in the world actually, not being like an enemy, but we have to compete to things, compare to food, compare to accommodation, and for other things. That might be one of the explanation. I'm not sure though. And then Adam received from his Lord verse, whereby he redeemed him. He is the Redeemer, most merciful. We said, go down therefrom, all of you, when guidance comes to you from me. Those who follow my guidance will have no fear, nor will they grieve. So it also gives them hope that they will not have fear, and they will not be sad, because eventually, if they do the good things, they will go to heaven. Why they become sad or mad? So there's no reason. So the things are basically relative, and the pain that we uh, and pain and the bad things that we suffer actually are temporary, and it will end. As for those who disbelieve and reject our revelations, they will be dwellers of hell, wherein they abide forever. It's also important to emphasize forever in many times. And some say that like they will stay in hell for a while, but I think there's no point they stay for a while. And some even say that like permanent hell may be so painful, but actually this is what they deserve, because they're in the game of God, and God creates the rules, and then they don't follow the rules and they will be punished. So God is capable to do that, and God says that I will be fair, and if they didn't do something bad in the world, then God will not punish them indeed. And it is about our decisions, so we will actually choose to go to hell. And God says, like all of us actually in the world, they were warned by prophets, so they should follow, they have to follow. And they're responsible for whether accept, neglect, or didn't read, so they're responsible. O children of Israel, remember my favor which I bestowed upon you, and fulfill your part of the covenant, that I fulfill my part of the covenant, and reverence me. And you shall believe in what I have revealed herein, confirming what you have. Do not be the first to reject it. Do not trade away my revelations for a cheap price, and observe me. And some people are not happy with some verses, and they incline to reject it because of those things that conflict with their profit. So conflict of interest can make people reject the verses. Do not trade away, and do not confound the truth with falsehood, nor shall you conceal the truth knowingly. So it says, and don't, and then God believes that God says that be sincere, and God knows the inside of us. Be sincere and do not confound the truth with the falsehood, nor shall you conceal the truth knowingly. You shall observe the contact prayers, and pray physically with salat, and give the obligatory charity, and bow down with those who bow down, and believe with believers, and pray with prayers. Do you exhort the people and be with the believers, I guess. Do you exhort the people to be righteous while forgetting yourselves? Though you read the scripture, do you not understand? And you shall seek help through steadfastness and the contract prayers by physically praying. This is difficult indeed, but not so for the reverent. So if you respect God, you don't feel that it's hard, and that's why we should pray. Who believe that they will meet their Lord, that to Him they ultimately return. So believe, and also who don't believe also will return. O children of Israel, so the topic changed, remember my favor which I bestowed upon you, and that I blessed you more than any other people. So be aware of the day when no soul can avail another soul and no intercession will be accepted. It's important that no other person can save us, and God only judges us. No other person means no prophet, no human can do anything. God will judge fairly, and no ransom can be paid, nor anyone can be helped. And recall that we saved you from Pharaoh's people who inflicted upon you the worst persecution, slaying your sons and sparing your daughters. That was an exacting test from your Lord. Recall that we parted the sea for you, we saved you and drowned Pharaoh's people before your eyes. This is the miracle mentioned, and it is a very well-known miracle that prophet uh, prophet somehow leads to change in the sea, and it helps them to be saved, and it is also punishment. It's punishment for them. Indeed, and some say that this miracle actually, whether this miracle is extraordinary or I mean, miracle is indeed extraordinary, but it is like whether the God nature involves or not, whether God actually changed the rules, like changing the gravity or not. So some explain it like actually this is possible, that this movement of sea is possible, and the exact time that they arrive was the miracle itself. So actually, what prophet did was not against the rule of nature, and it shows that we shouldn't. If this is the case, I'm not sure what is the case. I wasn't there. If this is the case, we shouldn't. I think we shouldn't expect like super extraordinary things from God. Like for example, God, I want this car to fly. That will be against the gravity. But we can ask something else. So that's important to keep in mind, indeed. And it is not original things actually, that it was told before and it was discussed by many. So and then and it is also weird that if God actually breaks his own rule, because God creates the scientific rules that we observe the nature, and if God breaks the rule, then it's like God is against his own rule. Then that's sort of uh, interesting. Anyway, God knows it better, and that is the end of the video, and I will keep in the next video, and see you. Bye bye.